Waking up at 2 a.m. with your leg twisted in unbearable pain isn't just bad luck. It could be your body's desperate cry that your muscles and blood vessels are failing. For seniors, these nighttime leg cramps are far more than a simple annoyance. They can be a warning that circulation is weakening, nutrients are running low, and your body is no longer able to repair itself the way it used to. These painful, involuntary spasms strike without warning, most often during sleep or gentle activity, and can leave you gasping in pain, unable to move. And while dehydration, poor circulation, and nutrient deficiencies are often behind them, older adults face them more frequently because of changes in muscle mass, activity levels, and overall health. The scary part? Ignoring cramps can mean ignoring the signs of deeper health risks. The encouraging news is that you can fight back. By making simple lifestyle shifts, especially in what you eat, you can drastically lower your chances of these painful episodes. Certain fruits, loaded with potassium, magnesium, vitamin C, and antioxidants, can act as natural shields for your muscles, keeping them strong, hydrated, and less prone to sudden spasms. In this video, we'll break down 6 powerful fruits that don't just taste good. They actively protect your muscles, improve circulation, and help seniors stay mobile and pain-free. And wait until you see the final fruit on the list. You'll never look at it the same way again. Before we dive in, please take a second to like, comment, and share this video. It helps more people discover life-changing tips like this. And remember, this is for educational purposes only, not medical advice. Always talk to your doctor or dietitian for personal recommendations. Now, let's begin with fruit number 1, bananas, the natural cramp fighter that every senior should keep close at hand. If you've ever stumbled out of bed clutching your leg in the middle of the night, you know the pain isn't just physical, it's emotional. It's frustrating, frightening, and it lingers. That's why every senior needs a fruit as reliable and ready as the banana. Bananas are one of the richest sources of potassium, a mineral your muscles depend on to contract and relax smoothly. Low potassium levels, a common issue in seniors due to age-related changes in kidney function and medication side effects, can lead to electrolyte imbalances, making your muscles misfire, spasm, or seize up at the worst possible times. One medium banana delivers roughly 400 to 450 milligallons of potassium, covering nearly 10% of your daily needs. That's a powerful start towards stabilizing your muscles, especially if you're not getting enough from meals alone. But potassium isn't acting alone. Bananas are also high in vitamin B6, a nutrient that supports nerve function and helps regulate the neurotransmitters responsible for muscle control. Seniors with low B6 levels are more prone to nighttime cramps, restless legs, and muscle twitching. Adding a banana to your daily routine helps strengthen that nervous system-muscle connection. There's also the hydration benefit. Potassium helps your body pull water into muscle cells, keeping them plump, elastic, and less likely to cramp. This is critical for seniors who often experience reduced thirst or take diuretics that flush out fluids. So instead of reaching for pills or muscle rubs when pain strikes, reach for a banana before it happens. Make it part of your breakfast, your mid-morning snack, or even slice it into a calming evening tea. It's a simple habit, but one that could keep your nights cramp-free and your days full of motion. Now, if potassium is only part of the picture, what about the nutrient that actually builds muscle fibers and keeps them elastic as you age? That brings us to the next fruit on our list, the everyday citrus with a hidden muscle secret, oranges. You probably think of oranges as your go-to fruit for immune support, a little vitamin C in the morning, right? But what if I told you that same orange could also help your legs move easier, your muscles feel lighter, and those painful cramps fade away? Let's stop and think about something. When was the last time you stood up from a chair and your legs felt strong, not tight, not tired, just strong? For many people over 60, that feeling becomes rare. But here's what most people don't realize. Vitamin C isn't just for fighting off colds. It's a critical part of your body's muscle repair system. As you age, your body produces less collagen. That's the protein that gives your muscles, tendons, and ligaments their flexibility. Less collagen means your muscles feel stiffer, your joints ache longer, and cramps hit harder. But vitamin C? It's the key ingredient your body uses to build collagen. So if you're skipping your oranges, you could be starving your muscles of what they need to stay strong and elastic. But there's more. Vitamin C is also one of the strongest antioxidants in your diet. And why does that matter? Because every cramp, every twinge of soreness is a sign of inflammation, tiny bits of damage in your muscle fibers that haven't fully healed. Antioxidants like vitamin C help clean up that damage, reduce soreness, and protect your muscles from future strain. Can a glass of orange juice really do all that? If it's consistent, yes, it can. And what about circulation? Poor blood flow is one of the biggest culprits behind leg cramps. If your muscles aren't getting enough oxygen and nutrients, they tire out faster and lock up. Vitamin C helps strengthen your blood vessels, keeping them flexible and open, so your muscles get the fuel they need to work properly. Think about this. Have your legs ever felt heavy just from walking across the room? Do your feet tingle after sitting too long? That might not just be getting older. It might be your body asking for better blood flow, and oranges can help answer that. So yes, oranges are great for your immune system, but they're even better for your muscles. They rebuild, protect, and energize your legs in ways most people overlook. And if you've ever had a cramp ruin your sleep or make you sit out a family walk, maybe it's time to peel open a solution that's been right there all along. Now we've talked about potassium and collagen. But what about magnesium? What if your muscles aren't just tight, they're tired, twitchy, or just won't relax no matter what you try? That brings us to a small, fuzzy green fruit that packs a surprising punch: kiwi. You're going to want to hear this one. Let me ask you something. Have you ever had a cramp that just wouldn't let go, no matter how much you stretched or massaged? Like your muscle was locked from the inside, and the only thing you could do was breathe through the pain? That kind of cramp doesn't just come from dehydration. It often comes from something deeper, something your body might be quietly missing: magnesium. And here's the surprise. Kiwi might be the easiest way to get it back. Now I know, kiwi isn't always the first fruit people over 60 reach for. Maybe it feels too fancy, too tropical, or just unfamiliar. But don't let its size fool you. Inside that fuzzy little shell is a powerful dose of magnesium, potassium, vitamin C, and even fiber, all packed into one bite-sized helper. Why does magnesium matter so much? Because it's the mineral that tells your muscles when to relax. Potassium helps with contraction, but magnesium is what lets go. Without enough of it, your muscles stay tense, overreact to movement, and start cramping for no obvious reason. And as you get older, your ability to absorb magnesium drops. Even if you're eating fairly well, you could still be running low. Have you noticed it's not just your legs that cramp lately? Maybe your back tightens after sitting too long, or your feet feel stiff in the morning. That could be your whole system crying out for balance. And kiwi can help restore it, naturally. Plus, kiwi doesn't stop at muscles. Its fiber helps your digestion, and that's not just about comfort. It's about absorption. If your gut isn't working right, your body can't get the nutrients it needs, even from healthy food. And poor digestion, it's been linked to more frequent abdominal cramps, bloating, and, you guessed it, leg spasms. So if you've been dealing with cramps that seem stubborn, random, or tied to your stomach as much as your legs, kiwi might be the missing link. It's sweet, it's small, and it's packed with muscle-saving minerals. You can slice it into yogurt, blend it into smoothies, or just eat it straight with a spoon. However you enjoy it, think of kiwi as your body's gentle reset button. But let's keep going, because even with the right minerals, your muscles need hydration. And not just water in a bottle, but water that your body actually holds on to. So what if you could eat your way to better hydration and better circulation? Let's talk about the juiciest fruit on the list, watermelon. What it does might just surprise you. Let me ask you, have you ever felt dizzy or lightheaded just from standing up too quickly? Or maybe your muscles start to ache after just a few minutes outside in the heat? If that sounds familiar, there's a good chance dehydration is playing a bigger role in your leg cramps than you think. Now sure, you've heard drink more water 1,000 times, but what if I told you that the secret isn't just in drinking, it's in eating your hydration? That's where watermelon comes in. Watermelon is over 90% water, but it's not just liquid. It's structured, hydrating water that your cells can actually hold onto. When you eat watermelon, you're not just cooling down. You're giving your muscles the moisture they need to move, flex, and recover without locking up. Especially if you're someone who doesn't feel as thirsty as you used to, or you take medications that flush fluids out of your system, this fruit can make a real difference. But here's the twist. Watermelon also contains citrulline, a natural amino acid that helps boost circulation. Once it enters your body, citrulline turns into arginine, which helps produce nitric oxide, a compound that relaxes and widens blood vessels. Better blood flow means more oxygen reaching your tired muscles, and more nutrients getting where they're needed, before a cramp can even begin. Have you ever noticed that your legs feel heavy in the afternoon, even if you haven't done much? That dragging, swollen feeling might not be age, it could be poor circulation. And if your muscles are crying out for oxygen but your blood isn't flowing freely, cramps can strike when you least expect it. Watermelon steps in gently, naturally, replenishing fluid, relaxing blood vessels, and giving your muscles the hydration and flow they need to keep working. And let's be honest, it's delicious. A few slices after gardening, a bowl on a hot afternoon, even frozen cubes for a healthy treat. You're not just enjoying a snack, you're rebuilding your energy from the inside out. So if water alone hasn't been enough, and your legs still keep tightening up in the middle of the night, it might be time to look toward your plate, and not just your glass. But what happens when your cramps hit after the walk, after the chores, when the sun's gone down and the soreness really settles in? That's when you need a fruit that goes to work while you sleep. Let me show you why cherries might be your new nighttime secret weapon. Here's a question for you. Have you ever had a good day, felt proud of yourself for getting outside, walking, gardening, just enjoying life, only to be punished by sore, stiff muscles the moment you sit down, or worse, when you try to sleep? That kind of deep, aching fatigue isn't just from overdoing it. For many seniors, it's the result of tiny, invisible tears in the muscle, ones that don't heal properly overnight. And if you're not sleeping well, that recovery never gets the chance to begin. That's where cherries come in, and they're more powerful than you might think. Cherries, especially tart cherries, are packed with natural compounds called anthocyanins. These are powerful antioxidants that fight inflammation and muscle damage, the kind you often feel hours after light exercise or even routine daily movement. If you've ever thought, why does this hurt so much when I didn't do that much? That's inflammation talking. But cherries don't stop there. They also contain melatonin, the hormone your body uses to regulate sleep. And as you probably know, sleep is when your body does its deepest healing. If you're waking up multiple times a night, tossing and turning, or lying awake after a cramp, your muscles are missing the chance to truly recover. What if one simple evening habit, like eating a small bowl of cherries or sipping tart cherry juice, could help your muscles heal and help you fall asleep faster? What if better sleep was the missing step in stopping your nighttime cramps for good? And don't forget, cherries also bring in vitamin C, supporting collagen and blood vessel health. That means you're not just reducing pain, you're also building strength and flexibility with every serving. Imagine ending your day with something sweet that works with your body, not against it. Something that soothes the soreness, quiets your legs, and sets you up for a more peaceful night. If you've been avoiding activity because you're tired of paying for it afterward, maybe it's time to fight back gently, with cherries. But we're not done yet, because while muscle strength and sleep are vital, there's still one more problem we haven't addressed. Something deeper. Something in your gut. Could poor digestion be making your cramps worse? Let's look at one last fruit. The tropical healer that works from the inside out. Papaya. What it does might just surprise you. Let me ask you something a little different. Have you ever noticed that your cramps seem worse after dinner? Or when your stomach feels tight, bloated, or uncomfortable? Most people never think to connect digestion with muscle pain. But what's going on in your gut might be affecting your legs more than you realize. If your body isn't digesting food properly, it's not absorbing the nutrients your muscles desperately need, like magnesium, potassium, and vitamin C. And when your gut is sluggish, bloated, or backed up, the pressure alone can trigger cramps in your abdomen and legs. That's where papaya quietly shines. This tropical fruit isn't just sweet and easy to chew. It's loaded with a natural enzyme called papain. Papain helps break down proteins and support digestion, easing tension in your belly and improving nutrient absorption. And once your body starts absorbing better, it can actually use the potassium and magnesium you eat to calm your muscles and prevent those sudden spasms. Have you ever had a day where your stomach just felt heavy? You didn't overeat, but you felt uncomfortable, and then hours later, bam, a cramp hits. That's not a coincidence. When your gut is under stress, so are your muscles. Papaya gives you the digestive reset your whole body needs. But it's not just about the gut. This fruit also delivers hydrating fiber, antioxidants, and a strong dose of vitamin C, which supports collagen repair and fights inflammation, two things your aging muscles are begging for. And here's something else. Papaya contains both magnesium and potassium, two of the most cramp-fighting minerals that seniors often fall short on, especially when dealing with dehydration or medication side effects. That means every bite of papaya is like giving your muscles a calming message. You're safe, you're supported, you can relax now. You can blend it into a smoothie, cube it for a snack, or enjoy it after meals to soothe your stomach and support your muscles at the same time. It's gentle, it's powerful, and it works quietly in the background to help you feel like yourself again. So now you've seen how 6 fruits, simple, delicious, and natural, can transform the way your muscles feel, move, and recover. But how do you bring it all together in a routine that's easy to stick with? Let's wrap this up with a plan you can actually follow. Because knowledge is great, but action is what gives you back your nights, your movement, and your peace of mind. So now you know, those leg cramps that wake you up at 2 a.m., the ones that make walking feel like a chore and sleep a distant memory, they're not just bad luck. And they're definitely not something you have to just live with because of your age. They're a message, a signal. Your body is asking for better fuel, better support, and a little help from nature. The good news? That help is already in your kitchen. Just think about what you've learned. Bananas calm your nerves and stabilize your muscle contractions. Oranges rebuild collagen and keep your blood flowing. Kiwis relax tired muscles and support digestion. Watermelon hydrates and circulates like nothing else. Cherries soothe inflammation and help you sleep deeply. And papayas? They heal you from the inside out. 6 fruits. 1 habit. Real change. Now here's the part that matters most. What will you do with this knowledge? You don't need to overhaul your diet overnight. You don't need fancy supplements or strict plans. You just need to make room on your plate, a little at a time. Maybe start your day with a banana. Add kiwi to your afternoon snack. Finish dinner with a few slices of papaya. It's simple, it's affordable, and it works. Because the truth is, leg cramps aren't a natural part of getting older. But strength, comfort, and movement can be. So if you're ready to stop feeling afraid of sleep or missing out on walks with the people you love, start here, with food that loves your muscles back. And if this helped you, share it. Someone you care about might be silently suffering the way you used to. Which fruit are you going to start with today? Let me know in the comments. And if you'd like more natural tips like this, don't forget to like and subscribe. Here's to stronger muscles, smoother nights, and a life with fewer cramps and more freedom.